Hi there, I'm Annie Phillips. I'm a designer, sewer, and I teach people how to sew. I've been sewing since I was 8 and I won British Sewing Bee in 2022. A lot of people ask me how to set up their machine and where to start, so I'm going to show you a few of my top tips on how to get started. So when you first open up your box, you're going to be confronted with loads of things to get started. So I'm just going to run through what they are and how they work. So you'll have your foot pedal and your power lead. They are to plug into your machine. You'll also have your operations manual, which should have a quick step of how to get started. You should have a packet with loads of maintenance tools on how to clean your machine and how to use needles. You'll also get loads of different feet for your machine. So you'll get a buttonhole foot, for example, a bobbin, a binding foot, and even a zipper foot. And these are all essential for doing different tasks. So on your machine, you'll have lots of different buttons for different things. This toggle here is where you're going to wind up your bobbin. That's essential for any sewing, so we'll be doing that first. This is where you'll place your thread. You'll get a spool cap already on the machine, and you'll have different sizes also available in your bag. That's just to keep your thread in place. And you should have a little diagrams on your machine as to where the thread will go, just to give you a starter, but I will show you exactly how to do that. Some machines have automatic tension, but you may have a tension toggle at the top here. On your machine, you'll have different buttons for different things, and they may have slightly different diagrams, but the key essentials are the same. So once you've plugged in your power and your foot pedal, you're ready to get started. So the first thing you need to do is get your bobbin. Most of the time on machines, they're now top loading, so you should find them just here underneath your foot, but they may be front loading, which would mean they'd just be at the front of your machine. I'm just going to pop it on the bobbin winder. Now I need to put thread onto your bobbin, and we do this by putting the thread here like this and your spool cap on top. As you can see, this machine has it numbered for you. So we're going to pull the thread along the different steps one by one. All machines will have this, which is a tension for your bobbin. So it's essential that it goes onto this point. Instead of following the numbers down for the rest of your machine, you're going to take the thread back to the bobbin here. You'll have to wind it a few times first. So then we're going to move our bobbin into place to let the machine know that you're ready to wind the bobbin. So now you're going to press your foot on the foot pedal and the bobbin should automatically wind up. The bobbin is winding up with thread, and it's important that you make sure it's winding onto the bobbin directly and not anywhere else on the machine. So now we've got some thread on our bobbin, we're ready to start threading our machine. We're going to take the bobbin off by putting it back into place and cutting this thread here. Okay, so now we're going to put our bobbin back into its case here, and then you're going to follow the arrow of direction as to where your thread will go, and in this case it's following this indented line. So now you're ready to thread your machine. I like to start from scratch just to make sure that the thread is in the right place. So I'll just remove it from where it is currently and start again. As you can see on this machine, there's clear numbered places as to where the thread will be going. Your machine might be slightly different, but there should be a general direction or arrow to show you where to go. From the thread here, you're going to catch it into this hook. You're then going to go to this bit here and follow it all the way down and back up the other side. In here there's another hook that you want to make sure you're catching, so just pull on it to make sure that it's caught in here, and we're going to take it back down to the needle. So as you can see, we've come down to number 5, and at number 6 there's a little hook just above your needle. There will always be an attachment here to make sure that your thread is in the right place, and then we're going to thread it into the needle. Now you can thread it directly into the needle, but most sewing machines now have an automatic attachment. We're going to number 7, which takes the thread to the side of the machine. When we pull this lever down, the thread will automatically be inserted into the needle, which makes it much easier and faster while you're sewing. And as you can see at the back here, the thread has gone through the needle and you just pull it all the way through. So a couple of the key things to check just before you get started is your tension, which is here. A lot of the time, the average tension is indicated on your wheel. So you'll see the lines in between 3 and 5. That shows the average tension, which you'll normally be using on a normal piece of cotton. But you can obviously put it lower to make it have less tension or higher for more tension. I also like to check just the teeth here, just to make sure there isn't any threads or fabrics or dust trapped in there, because that might be a reason why your machine might be getting jammed or the tension might not be quite right when you start sewing. Before you get started on your project is just to try your stitching on a nice big scrap piece of fabric, and that will make sure that your tension is correct. So we're just going to run a normal straight stitch on here. You may have an automatic cutter, or you can just cut it at the side here to remove your piece of fabric. And we'll be just checking that both sides of the fabric has a nice tension on its thread. You just want to make sure that your thread is nice and flat on both sides. If there's any pulls, you may need to just adjust your tension slightly, and then you're ready to get started on your project. So if anything doesn't look quite the same on your machine, please check your instruction manual. Everything will be in there that you need. I must say, for myself personally, I remember the first time just being really, really overwhelmed. Please don't be scared of your sewing machine. You will make mistakes, but it's okay. Just get started and see how you get on.